Cole's been healing so well, but now he's sick and we need to decide what to do next. Why don't we always rush a horse to the vet? Today we'll show you with Cole. And Alan opens up, it gets personal and a little tender.
Hey farm friends, I'm gonna spend some time with one of your favorite horses here on the farm, and he's become one of our favorite too. He won't be here forever, but while he's here, we're sure enjoying him. Which one of our horses that we've rescued is your favorite? Tell us that, and let's go spend some time with Cole. Well guys, what's not to love? Everyone has fallen in love with this guy. He's beautiful. He's still thin, but we'll put the weight on him. It's getting better. And look at that brand. Isn't that looking so much better? The scarring, or no, I'm sorry, the scab has pretty much come off. We'll doctor him again today, and then we're gonna put him back out on pasture just to keep healing up and getting better. But let's check his hooves and see if the thrush is continuing to get better. I'm gonna deworm him, I'm gonna doctor that brand, and then I'm gonna put him out to pasture, and we're gonna take you along for everything. As I check Cole's hooves, I want to thank Carol Baker from Indiana, who heard me mention that I sure wish I had a hoof knife because mine had gotten old and broke or whatever. And next thing I know, her old hoof knife, she said, "I'm not using this anymore. Here you go." And she sent it to me. And so, Carol, you're the best. Thank you so much. Let's check Cole and see how he's doing. He is absolutely gorgeous. I wish his weight would go on quicker, but then I realized he kind of got a cold, and I don't think he's been filling up to eating as good. So we're gonna put him out on a pasture and put a 1,300 pound bale of hay and just let him get feeling better as he eats all he wants. But let's see how these hooves are doing. Well guys, he is looking better all the time. Look at that. I'm just gonna kind of brush this out and use this new hoof knife. I wish, let's see, how do I do this? It's gonna be tricky. I'm holding, that's how good this horse is. So a hoof knife, I can clean these out. This is, I don't think I can do it with one hand, darn it. I wish I had a tripod or wish someone was available, but let me clean it out and then I'll show you how it's looking. Guys, look at that. That hoof is looking so much healthier. Instead of it being white and chalky everywhere, it's getting to be hard. The frog of the hoof, which is right here, is healthy. So he's looking a lot better with all of that. So I'm gonna clean out all his hooves. We're gonna get him dewormed again. We're gonna put him in front of a 1,300 pound bale of hay. Oh, and we're gonna go and doctor that brand again. But it's looking so much better. I stepped in the tack shed. There's not wind today, but it kind of feels good here in the shade. But I cannot believe how amazing Cole is. For as little as he's been around people, he just continues to amaze me. He was so good checking all his feet. There is still some thrush in some of his hooves. Thrush is like a fungal, it's like athlete's foot. And so I cut away some of the thrush and exposed what I could so that I could then doctor him again. He's getting better, but he's not where I want him to be. But as far as how he acts, I have been totally amazed. This guy is incredible. So now I'm gonna go doctor that brand. And when I first got him, a lot of comments came in. Why would you brand him? Well, I didn't brand him. People do brand livestock and horses to mark them as their property. And this is a legal brand in the state of Arizona. You may or may not think that that's a good idea. I'm not here to tell you either way. I'm sure it does hurt for a minute, and actually, because a burn brand instead of a freeze brand like this causes a scab, it's taken a while to fall off. But my mom's salve, she calls it Adeline's Aid, is amazing. I've only doctored this with her salve twice because it's hard when they're out at pasture to do it daily. But the 2 times I've doctored it, you can see where it was and where it is today, and it's getting so much better. Pretty soon it'll be all healed up, and then hair will start to grow in again, but it'll grow in a little different so that whoever gets this horse will always know it's a steer head with a JJ, Jonathan Joe. So pretty cool. Again, you may think it's inhumane, may think it's a bad idea. Just so you know, I didn't brand him. He came branded. I don't brand my horses, but if I had a really cool freeze brand, like a 66 or something, I think I might do it. So let me go ahead and get him doctored up. There you go. It's all doctored up. I don't know if you can tell the difference. The salve repels flies and it helps it to heal. The reason I would want a freeze brand if I get a brand of my own is because I don't know about the pain level. I think it would be a lot less, but also when it grows in with white hair instead of just growing in with a different pattern of hair. And so I think that would look pretty cool, especially on a black horse, to have like a white brand. But tell me what you think about brands. Are they a good idea? Are they a bad idea? Again, whatever your feelings are about it, you're entitled to those feelings. But I love this horse, and now everything's going good except for the weight. And again, because he's had this summer cold, he just hasn't been eating as much as he should. I'm watching him. That's another thing that people bring up a lot on the comments that I want to address. When I address that I have a medical concern with my horses, I get a lot of, you should be taking them to the vet comments. Now, I am 100% pro vet. I love the vets that we have around this area. I have family and friends that are vets. I am 100% vet. But we live in a small town that does not have a vet. And so anytime I get a veterinarian visit, I've got to schedule the appointment. It's almost impossible to get emergency home visits. They're just too booked with all that they have going. There's one vet in Holbrook, one vet in Winslow, and they're awesome people and awesome vets, but they are busy all day long, and when they're done, they have ranches of their own. They are doing, they're living life. They have kids and grandkids, and so it is hard to get one to come to your farm or ranch after business hours. That means if I want horses taken care of, oftentimes I've had to learn to do it myself. I'm not an expert, but I do know quite a bit. If you want to find an expert, just post any opinion on Facebook or YouTube, and you will get millions of experts telling you exactly what you should do, I've noticed. But anyway, that was kind of a sarcastic comment, but it's so true. Everyone seems to know how you should do it and how you're doing it wrong. But I have been around horses a lot, and a lot because of necessity. I've just had to figure out how to do a lot of things. I could take him to the vet, but I'm watching him. He's still eating. He hasn't lost his appetite. His bowels are moving. He's drinking. Everything's going good, except he's just eating a little slower. He's got a snotty nose. I could put him on antibiotic, but my history with vets and what I've learned is if they're still eating, if they have an appetite And if you're able to just watch them and make sure their needs are met. Oh, look, the lovebirds are coming up behind us. That's Cowboy and the lady.
What's up, everybody?
Everybody, you need to subscribe to their channel, Cowboy and the Lady. And I was just telling them about how we don't take our horses to the vet every time they get sick. And I've learned that if they continue to have an appetite and if they're getting food and water, and if you watch them close, oftentimes it's better just to let God do his job and let them work through it. They'll build an immune system and they'll get back on their feet soon. So that's what we're hoping for Cole, because he's a little bit under the weather. Hey guys, come back here real quick.
Yes.
Aren't you getting married here soon?
Yes, we are here shortly.
I don't know when this video is gonna post. It'll post after your wedding. Isn't that crazy? You two will be married before people watch this. So if you want to look at their registry, even if it's after the wedding, I'm sure they wouldn't mind if there was something not purchased on the registry. Vicky can put it in the comments right here, or put a UR, whatever she does.
QR code.
QR code. Yeah, you can tell I know what I'm talking about.
We just real quick, we thank you for everyone who has supported us on that. Don't feel like you have to. We don't need all these things. We have so many people though that reach out and are like, we'd love to support and help. And instead of getting 10 pressure cookers or 10 waffle irons, we just kind of made this list of things that people can get for us if they do want to support. So thank you so much, and we have had a lot of support so far, so we thank you.
You guys are awesome.
They didn't know they were going to be on my video. But let me turn around, Jocelyn, so you don't get the sun in your eye. Is that better?
Yeah.
Guys, I love these two, and I'm so happy for them. And it's been a joy to raise this son of ours, and so excited that he's bringing a new daughter to the family. If you have not checked out Cowboy and the Lady, go check out their channel and tell them congratulations and follow their journey and follow their kids, because those will be my grandkids, and there's gonna be like 10 of them.
Whoa.
Oh, I thought that's what you promised.
That's not what I promised.
That was part of the prenuptial.
What did you tell them?
The prenuptial agreement was that there had to be 10 kids. First one named Alan. Just I hope it's a boy, because Alan, a girl, would be really weird. So
Alina.
all right, well, congratulations, guys.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, guys, that was fun. I didn't even know they were heading down here, but guys, Cole's doing great. He's got to get over this cold. I want him to start eating better. We've had a few other horses on the farm recently go through the same thing. They eat a little less, they chew slow, they're just miserable, a lot of mucus and snot, but they work through it, they get their appetite back, they put the weight back on. It's just sad to watch the process. And like I was saying, again, I'm no vet, but oftentimes, even if you could get antibiotics, which that's another thing that's made it tough, regulations now, you can't just go buy penicillin over the counter anymore like you used to could. So you schedule an appointment and pay a lot of money to maybe get some antibiotic. Or you pay that money and you go talk to the vet and they say, you know what, if they're eating and they're doing good, let's just keep them. It's like us when we get a cold or flu. They're like, all right, well, lots of clear liquids and rest. And that's kind of what we have to do for the horses too. Guys, thanks for coming along and tell me what you think about Cole. And God bless. So excited that Blake and Jocelyn are getting married. They're actually going right now. I should have brought that up. They're driving away to get their marriage license. Pretty crazy. And we realized they're both 20 years old. They'll be 21 here next month. But a lot of hotels won't even let them check in, even if they're married, until you're 21. So we've had to help them figure out some things for their honeymoon, but they're gonna have a good time. Guys, have a good one. God bless. Well, guys, I didn't want Blake to see, but it really is tough letting your kids leave the nest. And I broke down yesterday when he wasn't around, and tell me if you can relate. But even though you raise them to get married and make lives of their own and be as good or better than you ever were, it is not easy to see them go. And so if Blake watches this sometime, and all my other kids, they haven't seen me break down like this when they're watching, I don't think. But for every one of my kids that leaves home, it's tough. And Vicky and I are already starting to get emotional about Casey leaving after her senior year. So didn't plan on that, but I found myself almost getting emotional with Blake and Jocelyn here. And if you noticed, my voice was quivering. That's why. We're gonna miss Blake around the farm as much, just like we missed Bryson and Kaylee as they left the farm. But it only gets better as they start families of their own, and they add to our eternal family with more grandkids. So God bless everybody. Thanks for coming along today.